Hello. There are a couple of reasons why I decided to come online with this video. In these perilous times, when we are under lockdown and when COVID-19 is impacting the world over, there are a lot of messages or memes posted by atheist friends online asking, where is God in all of this? As an answer, I would like to question them. Where were you before all of this? Is it that it's just in the time of trouble or the time of tribulations is when we see God and you never need Him before or after it? That's first. Second, with all the studies that are being done until now around the world in multiple universities, we come to understand that the SARS-CoV-2 strain, or the reason behind COVID-19, is basically a virus that impacted animals. And it is, maybe we can say, the diet of a particular demography that caused this particular virus strain to transmit onto the human population. So there would be never a question of us considering COVID-19 as an act of nature or an act of God. I would say it's a human act, and it's the main reason of this transmitting to the human population are humans. And so again, your question stands invalid. This is a human or man-made disaster. And we going and asking where God is in all of this is, I don't think, valid enough. But the third point is, I also see a lot of the faithful, the believers, trying to fit COVID-19 into our chronology of things. Some people consider that as God's judgment. Other people consider this as, alike to the plagues of Egypt. And yet other set of people consider it as, the end of days, maybe. That is okay, because, we as believers have been taught to look at the Word of God in the times of tribulations and try to relate to it. And this is not to blame them, but a particular incident from the Bible comes to mind. In the book of 2 Kings chapter 4, we see Elisha the prophet, while he was teaching a few of his disciples, he instructed a young man to go and cook a soup for the prophets. So the young man goes to the forest, and knowingly or unknowingly, he gathers a wild vine or a wild vegetable, comes back and cooks and serves it to the prophets. And then there is a shout in the camp. The prophet says that there is death in the pot. All what Elisha does is he asks them to actually bring a bit of flour, and he pours it into the pot, and it all becomes okay, and they are okay to eat it. How is this related to the present COVID-19 situation? I would say, again, the young man gathering the vegetable from the forest, a mistake in itself, a poisonous weed maybe, is akin to what we have done with COVID-19, with the virus strain, because of our dietary issues or dietary choices, that we have this virus transmitted to the human population. Second is where the prophet of God comes in, and there's an act of faith of taking flour and put into the pot. And third, we see the act of God, in which the poisonous substance becomes okay and they're okay to eat it. This is where we believers should be. This is a man-made disaster, I would say. And where is God in all of this? We need to seek Him. We need to seek His mercy and His grace to pass through these perilous times. We need to seek protection on our families, guidance for our nation and our leaders. But then again, the fourth most important question that I want to ask is, where are we as believers in all of this? Where do we fit in this COVID-19 era or this period. As far as I can see, there are a lot of things that pain me. I live in Delhi, so when there was that massive exodus of migrant laborers back to UP and Bihar, trying to get back to their homes in desperation, some of them carrying children on their shoulders and walking hundreds of kilometers, I fail to see where we are as, believers, as fellowships, as organizations, religious organizations. Where is our part in this? As far as I know a lot of believers who stocked up food for maybe weeks or months or years. That might include me. That is a human instinct. But what about the poor? We iconize Jesus. Jesus Christ is our role model. And what he has taught us is care for the poor, care for the needy. What I like to ponder, what I'll encourage you to ponder about is, are we able to help at least people in our immediate surroundings? Are there poor around us that need help, that couldn't stock up like how we could? Aren't we supposed to be serving the poor and the needy in this time of tribulation? Isn't this how Christ shines through us? And I know of other organizations or other religious faiths that do much better than us. I think this is the time we need to first pray and ask for God's guidance. Second, not try to justify or try to fit in the faith in this tribulation desperately. And the third, look out for the poor and the needy. Very short, but I would request you to ponder off these points. Thank you for listening to me.